So the collection is called Of Smoke and Gold, and it opens in Lisbon, Portugal on November 2nd with a really beautiful gallery called Galeria de Arte AFK. It's very difficult being underwater because everything changes down there. The lighting has to be very specific, so if the body moves in one direction and out of the light, then we don't get the shot. So I'm constantly changing the position of the models in position to me with the lighting and the fabrics, and everything's really particular, and we work in a very almost confined space. The models get so good that at the very end of the shoot, this is usually when we're getting the gold. So we practice and we practice, and I keep perfecting it. So if there's too many bubbles, this is a problem. The lighting is off, you know, because the models have drifted and they don't know. You just don't know where your body's going to go underwater. The fabrics are moving, and so I may have put these really beautiful colors down there, and now they're, you know, we're losing the red or we're losing the yellows. So we're constantly just, you know, bringing these things back into the images. So in the last shoot, a lot of the costumes were destroyed and just fell apart down there, and I had a really beautiful Indian headdress that a tribe made, and it completely, you know, just disintegrated down there, feathers everywhere, pieces everywhere. But luckily we got the shot. But this happens sometimes, so there were a lot of costumes that I got that just were destroyed and I wasn't able to use in the shoot. So I always make sure I have enough, and I have enough costumes, that I always have multiple layers. It's a very rough process, and it's hard for me almost to explain it to people because it's just very raw. You know, you have so many fabrics and so many things, and you're just throwing in there as it comes, and you're working very live. You're creating like you're sculpting or painting, you know, you're throwing in things, you're changing things, and the water just brings in a whole nother element of surprise because you don't know what's going to happen down there. And it moves things, it changes things, it bends light, it creates a really difficult environment for the models to be in. And so you're constantly up against this as a barrier, but it's also this beautiful thing that when you overcome it, you just get these really beautiful, magical shots that you just couldn't get outside of the water. This collection is actually most important to view in its entirety. So each of the images sort of represent part of the story, but really you have to see the whole collection to get that full story of what I was going for and to really feel all the different parts. For me, it was a very particular thing to, you know, sit down and choose the exact images, and I actually got rid of a lot of images just because they didn't fit with the whole story of the collection. So that was very important to me on this. Also, the other news is that I'm pregnant, so I'm 4 months pregnant, and I will be very pregnant when I'm at the show, so I hope to see you all there. And I love to hear all your feedback and your communication about the art and what it says to you, and if it's inspired you or made you angry or anything. That's really what the art is for you. So I love that communication. That's really what the art is about for me. It's just that interchange.